Imagine a man so mysterious, so seemingly invincible, that people began to wonder if he was truly human. Today we're diving into the life of Grigori Rasputin, the legendary mad monk of Russia, a man who seemed to possess supernatural powers and, unbelievably, just wouldn't die. Was Rasputin really a sorcerer, or was he simply a figure shrouded in myth and misunderstanding? From surviving poison and gunshots to becoming one of the most influential men in Russia, Rasputin's story is one of intrigue, mystery, and perhaps even magic. Stick with us as we separate fact from fiction and explore the life of this enigmatic figure. And hey, if mysterious histories like this fascinate you, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a dive into the unknown. To understand the mystique of Rasputin, we need to start with who he was. Born in 1869 in a small Siberian village, Rasputin was an unlikely candidate for fame. With little formal education, he spent most of his youth as a peasant, working on his family's farm. However, accounts from his early years suggest he had a magnetic personality, an almost hypnotic quality that would later define his influence. As a young man, he experienced a powerful religious awakening and began wandering as a holy man. Rasputin developed a reputation for healing and predicting the future, attracting followers who believed he had been blessed with divine gifts. By the time he arrived in St. Petersburg, Russia's capital, stories about Rasputin's abilities had already spread far and wide. But here's where things get interesting. It wasn't long before he gained the attention of Russia's ruling family, the Romanovs. They believed Rasputin could heal the heir to the throne, Tsarevich Alexei, who suffered from a serious illness. But was Rasputin really a healer, or was he using something else, perhaps something supernatural? Let's dive deeper into the strange events that followed. When Rasputin met the Romanov family, he quickly became a close confidant, especially to Tsarina Alexandra. She believed that Rasputin's prayers and presence had the power to heal her son Alexei's hemophilia, a blood disorder that left him at constant risk of life-threatening internal bleeding. Stories began to circulate that Rasputin could heal Alexei by simply praying over him, or even from afar. One of the most famous incidents occurred when Alexei was close to death, and Rasputin supposedly sent a telegram telling the royal family that he would recover. Miraculously, the bleeding stopped shortly after. But was this mere coincidence, or was Rasputin tapping into some unknown force? His apparent influence over the Romanovs led to rumors of dark powers and sorcery. Many in St. Petersburg society, including members of the Russian nobility, began to view him as a dangerous sorcerer manipulating the Tsarina and threatening the stability of the empire. It's easy to see how Rasputin's unusual relationship with the Romanovs added fuel to his mysterious reputation. But what do you think? Was Rasputin a genuine healer, or did he simply have an uncanny knack for timing? Let us know in the comments. As Rasputin's influence grew, so did the rumors. People whispered that he was a sorcerer, capable of controlling minds, healing the sick, and even seeing into the future. Some claimed he had made a pact with dark forces, exchanging his soul for supernatural abilities. The rumors didn't stop at his powers either. His lifestyle was infamous. While he preached about religion, he was known to indulge in alcohol and other excesses, leading some to view him as a hypocrite. His behavior became part of his mystique, blurring the line between holy man and hedonist, and this only deepened the public's fascination with him. Historians believe that these rumors may have been exaggerated by his enemies, who saw him as a threat to the Russian monarchy. But what if there was more to it? Could Rasputin have had knowledge of something beyond the physical world? Whatever the truth, the belief in his powers grew so strong that even high-ranking officials feared him, claiming he could bring curses and misfortune upon those who crossed him. Perhaps the most legendary part of Rasputin's story is the night he died, or rather, the night he supposedly refused to die. By 1916, Rasputin's influence over the royal family had made him a target. A group of nobles, led by Prince Felix Yusupov, decided to eliminate him once and for all. The plan seemed simple: poison Rasputin, then shoot him if necessary. However, nothing about Rasputin's death went according to plan. The conspirators first tried to poison him with cyanide-laced wine and cakes, a dose so lethal it should have killed 10 men. But Rasputin showed no signs of illness, as if the poison had no effect. Panicking, the conspirators then shot him in the chest, and still he wouldn't die. The story goes that Rasputin staggered to his feet and attempted to escape, forcing them to shoot him multiple times and finally throw him into an icy river. Even then, when his body was recovered, some claimed his hands showed signs that he'd tried to claw his way out of the river. But was this a case of supernatural resilience or just an exaggeration to add to Rasputin's legend? The details of that night are still debated, but one thing's for certain: Rasputin's death cemented his legacy as a man who was nearly impossible to kill. So what do you think? Was Rasputin's death just a series of strange coincidences, or was there something supernatural at work? Share your thoughts. Rasputin's reputation as a prophet only grew stronger after his death. Before his murder, he supposedly wrote a letter warning the Tsar about his assassination. He claimed that if he was killed by peasants, the Romanovs would be safe. But if he was killed by nobles, the entire Romanov dynasty would fall, and Russia would be plunged into chaos. Only a few months later, the Russian Revolution began, and the Romanov family was executed. To many, this seemed to prove Rasputin's prophetic abilities and solidified his reputation as a mystic who could see beyond the mortal world. But was this prophecy a genuine prediction, or did it simply fulfill itself due to the turbulent state of Russia at the time? It's hard to say, but Rasputin's words added to his legacy, and even today people wonder if he could truly see the future. After his death, Rasputin's story became legend. Some see him as a holy man with a gift for healing, others as a cunning manipulator who preyed on the vulnerable Romanovs. His life is shrouded in questions. Was he a sorcerer, a prophet, a fraud, or simply a misunderstood figure caught in one of history's most turbulent times? Even now, historians and scholars debate Rasputin's true nature. Was he simply an eccentric, or did he possess abilities beyond explanation? His name has become synonymous with mystery, intrigue, and the supernatural. His story continues to fascinate us, reminding us of a time when magic and mysticism were intertwined with the highest levels of power. The truth about Rasputin may forever remain a mystery, but his influence on history is undeniable. And as long as people are drawn to tales of the unexplainable, Rasputin's legend will live on. In the end, the story of Grigori Rasputin leaves us with more questions than answers. Was he truly a man with supernatural powers, or was he simply a larger-than-life figure who defied convention? The debate continues, but one thing's for sure: Rasputin's story will always capture our imagination. If you enjoyed this exploration of one of history's most mysterious figures, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We have plenty more incredible stories of legends, mystics, and mysteries waiting for you. And tell us in the comments, do you believe Rasputin was a real-life sorcerer, or just a man wrapped in myth? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.